Why, hello everybody. This is Eric Hart, and this is my personal project audio report. So let's get started. I'd like to first say what the personal project is. So the personal project is the project that all sophomores in the middle years program do in MYP schools. The project is the accumulation of everything we've learned throughout the MYP, like IB thinking wise, and it is required by the IB. And we use a lot of what we do in this project with our extended essay, whether it be like investigation or reflection, or especially reflection, really, and planning. And, pretty much everything we learned here, we learned in DP, and then everything we learned in PYP, we learned for MYP, and then, it all builds on each other. So first, I'd like to start out with criterion A, and that is investigation. We started the year with one simple question: what do you love to do? Miss McCown, our teacher, made us do tests such as the Myers-Briggs and the Naviance Career Finder tests. These tests consist of questions that help to identify what type of personality we had, and then kind of gave us some ideas on what we might be good at in the future, judging by our personalities. So we found something that we love to do now, or that we think we would love to do in the future. On both of those things, we should pick it, or pick it to help influence what our personal project would be. And for me, I found it's for both of them. It said I should be a performer, like an artist or a musical singer and stuff. So that's what I chose. I chose to sing basically, because that's what I love to do. But there was a bit of a roadblock. My music experience only goes back to sixth grade trumpet class and freshman year drumline, which drumline is just tempo, all tempo, and then sixth grade trumpet is merely just two or three scales on a line, or two or three scales on a musical scale or in a book. It was very, very basic, just to say the least. But I researched different songwriting methods and was successfully able to complete this project. So thank God. Some of the websites some websites I visited were like robinfrederick.com, and howtowriteasong.com, where I learned that a song should always be an extension of myself. So my project was to create my own album of songs. These songs consisted of 6 covers and 3 of my own original songs, songs that I wrote myself, and then the covers would be songs written by other people that I put my own twist to, or that I just emulated, and try to do the best I could do with them, and try to give them the most respect for their work. My project goals were to have the vocals and of the songs done by the end of February. Notice how I say vocals, because some songs do have music, but I'll get more into that when we get later into the report. Next is the global context is the global context and the ATL I chose for this project. My global context I chose was personal and cultural expression. I chose this because music is part of one's culture, and also this is the personal project, and this is my passion, and this is what I wanted to do. And that kind of covers the personal part. And then, along with being songs being part of one's culture, I had to find my own type of music, like that I could sing pretty well. And each genre is more popular in a different part of the world. So with that, or to the more different culture of people. Like there's a whole culture of people who like rap, or a whole culture of people who like rock and roll. So I had to really find like what kind of culture I fell into during this project. The ATL I chose to work on for this project was organization. I chose organization because in the past it hasn't been my best suit. I mean, even now, Now that even though that I worked on it over this project, it's still one of my weak suits. I mean, just look at my backpack. But for this, I had to organize my songs and my data and all my writings and all my research into all in one place, and especially the process journal with that. Um, and overall, I think I improved on this ATL, but I still believe that it could use more work. Next is criterion B, or planning. In this criterion, I planned my project, obviously, because planning. But I needed to develop criteria for myself before I started to do the work, because you always need to begin with the end in mind, right? So I needed to have a good, you know, way to judge how good I did before I even did it. So my criteria for myself was not necessarily high, judging from my past experience in music, like I said. But I didn't want to sell myself short because I mean I'm a kind of kid that likes to challenge himself from time to time, and this would be one of those times. So I think I challenged myself pretty well with the whole 6 covers and 3 of my own songs. Uh, and yeah, I mean, with the 6 covers and 3 of my own songs, that seemed like a pretty good goal. I talked to Miss McCown and Mr. Mueller about it, and I mean, they talked about how, I mean, as long as I complete the process of the project correctly, then it didn't matter how the outcome turned out. I mean, as long as it has a bit of quality and a bit of class to it, but so I believe my end product has a bit of quality and a bit of class, but yeah, I wanted to challenge myself, but I also didn't want to sell myself because I didn't want to sell myself short. But I wanted a good vocal track, like quality vocal tracks for each song. Because music would be optional if needed. Because again, I can't play music like through a guitar or through a piano, which I would have been highly helpful or really helpful for this, but I got through it. So over the planning stage, I went back and forth on how many songs I wanted to do. Originally, the project was to simply create an original song, but I wanted to again, like I said, I keep saying I want to challenge myself, and I mean, with the end product being a lot of songs, I think I really did well on this project, judging from past musical experience. So anyway, the next criterion is taking action. This is the fun part because this is where I got to create the album. This was the big moment, my time to shine. Uh, Literally almost. Recording the album took a lot longer than I actually thought it would. I mean, during my first meeting with Mr. Mueller, he told me to never give myself. Sorry, never. Sorry, I messed up there. He told myself to give myself more time than I thought I needed, because he said there's always going to be something that's wrong. There's always going to be just a little thing you can do a little bit better on. Like you could improve on one note right in the middle of the song, or one note right at the end. I mean, that's pretty much why this took so long. It took me hours actually, because he was so right about that. I mean, just to get one song right, because, it was way easier to do it all in one take than to break up the song individually. Like if you listen to Cinderella, it kind of sounds a little choppy, and that's because I, you know, cut it into different pieces because I thought that would be easier, and that was one of the first songs I actually recorded. It turns out it wasn't. Like, if you go back and listen to, like, Everything, or even The Train of Life, which is my other original piece, The Train of Life I did in one take, and Cinderella I did in multiple. And The Train of Life by far sounds way better. So, yeah, I mean, he told just give myself way more time than thought I needed, and that really helped me with this project. So then, throughout my project, I was able to complete my goal, but not complete my goal at the same time. Because I was able to complete the total amount of songs, but I wasn't able to complete the amount of songs I estimated to create original works for. Because I created 2 original works and not 3 like I estimated, but I did complete 7 cover songs aside from the estimated 6. So it's kind of a trade-off there. And I mean, it is my first outing in musical, stuff. And throughout my project, my attic was served as a recording studio of such, and that's why I put Attic Made Records in front of the YouTube videos that I submitted, which I thought was awesome. Lastly is Criterion D, reflecting. I think the project turned out really good, considering both my past musical experiences and the fact that I had no idea what to expect out of this project. Some of the earlier songs I recorded could be a bit better, but for my first outing in songwriting and recording, I think it turned out pretty well. I mean, some of the first recordings I made didn't sound like my best, like the later ones I did, like Book of Love or everything. During the project, I had to find my own style of music. I mean, what can I sing well? I found that I could sing folky, Irishy songs the best. Songs like The Parting Glass and I See Fire. To find songs like those, I had to research Irish culture and tradition. With cultural expression as my global concept, this research fit the ball perfect. Plus, me being predominantly Irish, it fit the personal expression pretty well. It helped me to understand that culture is more than just song, it's food and language. And I had no idea that in Ireland they spoke Gaelic. This helped me develop as an IB learner because at first I thought I could just sing and record, but I learned that more about writing in different kinds of song. I realized it was more than just singing. It was expressing myself and the cultures of different parts of the world through song, which was something I love to do. And that's what this is all about. Thank you.